Sunshine Wild Pack, it's Bernadette, and I'm here with your Pick a Card Daily Tarot reading for Sunday, May 30th, 2021. Oh, everybody just take a deep breath. Oh my goodness, this week has been just, I don't know about your week. I hope it was the same as mine. I'm about as tired as I can be, but wow, it was magical. And Joel was working on the video. You all will not believe the things that happened at this class I did in the Villages, Florida, and we got it on video. I can't believe it, but it happened. I can't wait to share it all with you. So, if you're new to my channel, welcome. For my longtime subscribers, you know you're my heart, always my heart. And I thank you very much every day in every way. And also, you know, subscribe to my YouTube channel, hit the little ringy dingy bell, get the notifications, yak, yak, yak. But for sure, get on over to the forums, wildpackwisdom.com/forums. It's where I hang out. It's where I answer questions. And I hang out with my pack and my tribe and my flock and everybody. And I wanted to answer a very quick question. For some reason, over the last couple of weeks, a whole bunch of y'all have asked what I personally keep my cards in. And, you know, again, if you follow me for a time, you know that I read from my own award-winning history-making deck, the Arcanimal Tarot and Oracle deck. And, you know, there are 149 cards in the deck, and it's a full book with 272 full-color pages. It's crazy. But anyway, you've asked about, do I do it in a tarot bag or whatever. I keep my deck in my custom-made, it's a wooden custom-made box, the Arc. You'll see all of the scroll work on the sides, that kind of thing. And I had these available during my first Kickstarter for the Arc. They were specially made for that. But I don't know, like all of a sudden, and here it is, just so you know, it's big. It's bigness. It's really solid. The scroll working is made from, I think it's white birch, but you know how in some of the scroll working you can press in on it and it gives way, and it doesn't do that. It's really sturdy, and I don't know, like all of a sudden, literally in the last couple of weeks, I've just gotten a whole bunch of, hey, do you still sell those boxes, whatever? So yes, I ordered a bunch more, and as soon as the new site launches, which hopefully is tomorrow on Monday, wildpackwisdom.com, you'll be able to see it all tomorrow. So let's go ahead and jump right in to our daily tarot reading. And usually I draw a card before the video, and I sit and I meditate on it a little. And I'll meditate on it a little while. But these two cards just drop. These two cards just dropped right out of the deck. So here's what we're going with. We're going with Manatee and Squirrel. So it's a twofer, right? Two for Sunday. And a whole bunch of y'all asked me about my process, which is why I'm finally put together classes. And for those of you that supported the Mama Bear or Mother Gaia level of my Kickstarter, thank you so much. You should have gotten your newsletter last night. Class for you begins on July 7th. It's a Wednesday from 7 to 9 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. And for those of you that are taking the free Kickstarter class that I said, anybody that pledged the Dolphin level or above, I think there's like 80 or 90 people in the class already. I'm so glad to see that, because the world can never have too many tarot decks. It can never have too many books. It can never have too many people that are, or whatever it is that you want to create. You may be wanting to do popsicles. I don't know. Whatever it is, the world can never have too much of great things. So, my process is every morning, or anytime I read it, the idea is to get messages from the animal spirit guides, from the Great Spirit, from whoever it is out there that I talk to every day, which is pretty much everybody, because I'm a big give gab, as you all know. The idea is that the messages, that's why I'm taking a pause, they're starting to come in, they're starting to stream in, that will be the best for the pack at the moment. And this is really interesting because these are two very dichotomous animals. Very dichotomous, with very dichotomous meanings. So the Manatee in my deck is the Five of Cups, and all fives in the tarot are, they're a little tough to take. They've got some tough messages, but when I look at it in not really in opposition, but working with the Squirrel, which is the Ace of Wands, right, which is a gift from God. And there's the message. Okay. The traditional Ace of Wands, in terms of tarot card meanings, when it when it comes from the deck is literally the hand of God reaching out from the heavens and gifting you with so many things. And the Five of Cups is about overwrought emotions and just a really tough time, just emotionally a really tough time, because of course you've got the water element, which is cups. And then with wands, you know, some people read that tarot card meaning as fire or air. It just really depends. But one of the reasons that Squirrel wanted to be the Ace of Wands is all the gifts that it kind of gives itself, you know, when it squirrels away all of its little acorns and it, you know, it does all its little things and it's bright and it's happy and it's vivacious and it's energetic. And Manatee wanted to be the Five of Cups because they are very maligned creatures. They just really, they have a tough time of it. They were on the endangered species list, and then they've thank goodness with conservation they've come back to, you know, it's still kind of critical, but it's not on the endangered list. And when I look at these two together, what I'm being told for you all today in this moment, it's really deeply personal. And what that means is today you're being asked to take a look at your deepest emotions and where things are really coming from. And some of that will entail you being really honest with yourself. And if you don't have if you don't think you have the capacity to do that, then perhaps talk with somebody that knows you, that you trust, not meaning somebody that you think has pretty good judgment or a pretty good grasp of who you really are, who, you know, the things that drive you, the things that make up your emotional life. And here's the reason that's coming to me. Squirrels are they're the cutest darn little critters. They are. I could sit in my backyard and watch them all day. They just fascinate me. And, well, all critters fascinate me, as you all know, but they just look so happy, and so their little tails shake and they, you know, everywhere. And they can be nuisance animals. That's true if you take it that way. But if you don't take it that way and you go, well, they're just doing what squirrels do and it's their right to do so, part of this message may be for you that you just may be irking somebody, or somebody might be irking you, and you know, that's too darn bad. It's your right to do so, and it's their right to do so, not irk, but to be who they are. And yeah, you have to decide, do you want to be near that, around that? Do you want them in your sphere? Do other people want you in your sphere? Do you even want to be in your own sphere? You know, the other day oh Lordy, I was so cranky the other day, y'all. I was tired. I was hot. I was cranky and I was hungry. Do you know what a bear gets like when she's hungry? It's never pretty. And I can be pretty acerbic. Triple Scorpio, did stand-up comedy for many years. I can be pretty cutting. And it only took one little sideways comment out of my face and I was like, oh, all right. And I caught myself, right? But that took a lot of years to see what that did to other people and really what it did to me, because anything we do to ourselves, we do to others, and anything we do to others, we do to ourselves. So I believe it's a spiritual concept that I personally believe in. That said, so that's first thing, is to take a look at what you may or may not be doing to irk yourself, irk others, what others are doing that might irk you, and realizing that you being irked by yourself is up to you to change if you want to. Other people irking you because of what they do is not your business. Because it's your responsibility to see the perspective of, why do you let it irk you? They've got just as much a right to be a bonehead or whatever you think they're being as the man in the moon. Now, if they ask you for help or they ask you for an opinion or whatever, that's a different story. But just walking up to, you get my drift. Others are not obligated to change because we think they should or we want them to. That's number one. when I take a look at Manatee and the Five of Cups, this is a really unusual message, which is this. There is strength in being gentle and kind, even in the face of awfulness. However, that's very different than cannot defend yourself. And manatees cannot defend themselves in any way, shape, or form. They are literally, I don't know this is a fact, but I would guess, well, there's no qualifiers for that, so I can't really say that. Let me back up. I would hazard a guess / opinion. They are one of the top 10, maybe 20 least animals that are least able to defend themselves. They can't bite you. What are they going to do? They're going to swim into you. I mean, they've got no defenses. So if you are watching this and you're feeling defenseless, maybe your superpower is your gentleness and your kindness. Now, for those of you that have been watching me for a while, you know that earlier in the year, I'm going to get emotional just thinking about it. The link is down below, but I had the great privilege of swimming with manatees. And how it happened was, there's only one thing that I can say, and that is that the manatee community, the animal spirit guides, orchestrated every step of what happened. I wasn't supposed to be able to swim. I only got released by my doctor to be able to even get in the water due to some health stuff like a week before. And I was even cautioned, I'm going to release you, but you really shouldn't do it. And I did. And it was 26 degrees outside, and I'm in Crystal River. Y'all can see the picture. Me and this manatee, that's not in a tank anywhere, y'all. That is in the wilds of Crystal River, Florida. Period. End of story. Bernadette doesn't do tanks and zoos and that kind of thing. Although I am going to go to the Atlanta Aquarium and swim with the big whale sharks and the giant manatees or manta rays and the giant sea turtles. I'm doing that in the fall time. So, all that said, it is incumbent, I'm hearing it is incumbent upon you, now not because I do this, not because I'm a protector of animals, a great protector of them, meaning it's my passion. I don't do as much as I'd love to do. I don't have as a big of effect as I'd like to have, but I do what I can, as I can, when I can. And it is, Manatee is, let me just get to the bottom line. Manatee is telling me that whatever the most gentle, kind, curious, just gentle. I keep hearing the word gentle. The gentlest parts of you, you must protect. You must. I don't know how you're going to do it, but you must. If you can't do it for yourself, you've got to surround yourself with people who can. And some of the ways that can manifest, if you're like, what does that really mean? Well, let's say that you're a person that is in treatment for something. Physical, mental, emotional treatment. You're in a very vulnerable, very sensitive place. And when you're in that place, you may not be able to defend yourself. Let's say you're going through a nasty divorce. Let's say you're losing your job. Let's say you're in financial distress. Whatever kind of distress you're in, it can make you feel weak, but weak may not be the right word. It just may be you're in a place of gentleness. What that means is, no matter what's going on for you, find a way to be gentle with yourself. But when the outside comes towards you and you cannot defend yourself, you must surround yourself with at least one ally who can defend you, whoever that is. Alternatively, and my gut is churning on this one, I feel like a fair amount of you out there know at least one person who can't defend themselves and they need your help. And I can feel the light ding go off in your heads the second you heard that. You've got someone in your life who cannot defend themselves. You must be their champion. So that's a lot to take in for a Sunday, well, for any day. But as we all do this together, we get stronger, we get more powerful, we get wiser, and And I'm just so happy for and proud of you all. What that means for you, what that means for the world, it's a big deal. So I hope you know, and I hope you celebrate the great work that you're doing for yourself and others in this world. And all that said, what are the most important things? To do good for animals, including yourself, and stay wild.